Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's your girl Anna here over at Elevate My Life with Pixie Dust. So I decided to change it up on you guys today. I decided to invite a guest, and not only is this guest my right hand, he really has been on this journey with me for, I would say, maybe close to 19 years, maybe even I don't know who's tracking time anymore. I don't know, but I thought it was important to bring him on because he is the typical man's man. He's the one that maybe some of you here will be like non-believers of stuff, but it was important for him to come on and share his experiences with my energy work, because he really was the type of person that allowed me to just kind of step in and do my thing, and he really didn't question it. Like, he just had this unspoken trust that whatever I was doing made sense. But it wasn't until there was times in his life where he needed some energy work, and he intuitively just knew like to come to his wife for it. And I wanted him to share some experiences because some of you may know Frank and I here on a personal level, and you may know us from the gym, and like a lot of this stuff, it kind of spills over to our whole lives. Like, if you're excessive in one area of your life, is if you're in the bodybuilding competition, or if you're just heavily on just being mom, and finding balance and harmony in like the bodybuilding, or finding balance in being a mom, or finding balance in career life balance. Did I say that right? Career life balance, I guess. I don't know, right? So like it's really about balance. And I just wanted him to come on. He is like super not into talking or any of this stuff, but I thought it was really important for him to kind of share his experiences, because now the more that my practice is opening up and I'm talking more about what I do, we see the need for more men kind of getting involved and receiving some upgrades. And it's time to like move your energy around. It's time to deal with your shit. It's time to like really get on this new kind of wavelength that it's time to really just kind of move up. And he obviously had to be like really put in his face, which is fine. That's, sometimes that's what guys do. But I thought it was important for him to come and talk about his perspective on it, and like the male side of things, on how he knew all of a sudden that something had to change, or he needed support from outside sources, right? And luckily he has the greatest wife that can help him with that stuff. So I'm gonna pause the video and I'm gonna get hubby to come up. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's your girl, Anna. Like promised, this is my husband, Frank. So Frank and I decided that this is going to be the video that we do to kind of introduce some of the stuff that we do here in Florida. Frank is a personal trainer. He is a skilled woodworker, amazing dad. But I thought it was important that my bodybuilder husband kind of shares his point of view and his perspective on energy work, because he was definitely the person that was like one of those that not that he was a non-believer, but it was like he's the type of person that really needed the evidence for it. So he's going to start off by his first experience ever, kind of having experience. He was going through something, and just like his intuition just kind of kicked in and asked for some help, and then he'll kind of talk about his experience, and we'll kind of go along as it goes. Hi, babe.
Hey. Basically, I had pains in my back, and it felt like something was just sitting there, and I couldn't bend, I couldn't move properly. Wind was getting knocked out of me, and it kind of freaked me out because it felt like there was like a bump or a lump there, and I never went to the doctor. And just one day I asked her to help me, and basically she healed me with her hands, because once I did this session with her, it didn't even dawn on me, but a couple hours later, I just realized it was gone. So it's like a miracle, basically. And that's when I really believed it. It's crazy.
Yeah. And he
And
he really puts me on this platform. He always like says, "Oh, you're a healer. You're like you create miracles and stuff." But I always try to tell him too that like it's a tango. Like you have to step in too. So it's not just my energy helping you. I don't come in like, he's obviously like he's a believer. Like he really felt something, and it like we did move a lot of we did move
once you get the experience, you're going to believe it.
yeah, exactly. I before you continue with the experience, I do want to show you some of the like things that I do use. So like on a remedy for him, we had the pain limiter come through. We were working on stuff on a cellular level with him. It was coming from his spine, and then like also his liver, right? So I think it was important, to also demonstrate that at that point of your life, were you going through a bodybuilding competition, or you were like really invested in?
I think that was about a few months after a show, but that's another thing. Back then in my 30s, I could never get my blood work perfect. It was always okay, but never perfect. Sometimes it was bad, sometimes it was good, and then sometimes it was up and down, but never perfect. Now all of a sudden I'm 44 and my blood work stays perfect all the time. It's crazy. And the only different thing I've been doing is working with her on the bed. And I think that's a major thing, because a lot of times she tells me something's wrong with your kidneys. Your hemoglobin's high, or she'll know. It's crazy. And she works on it to heal me. And just not about a couple weeks ago, I just did blood work again, and everything's perfect. So it's a shocker.
Yeah, I feel like you've had like, I think in the last little bit you've had this like really big eye awakening. Where before, like when we were like, we've been married for I don't know almost 20 years, and like it wasn't that he listened like so many levels. Like if he knew something was up, he would go to the doctors. I don't think I worked on you that much, but only when you had like really major impacts did you be like, okay, put your hands on me, or let's do stuff, right? Like you had to have like these really big pockets of moments where you knew something was up.
But even if I went because my knee was hurting me or something, always other stuff came up.
Yeah.
You would say, something with your blood or something.
Yeah.
And
that's
you would work
true.
on it.
Yeah. And but that's you telling the audience that's exactly it, because people come to me with a certain pain, but the pain is always linked to something else in their life. So like if somebody comes in with shoulder pain, I see it as shoulder pain, and we're able to remove the pain because the physical body, I'm able to work on the physical body to remove the pain release, but it's on the spiritual body, it's on the emotional body, like all these other parts come up, and that's the pieces that people don't understand so much yet. And that's why like you feel like you've been healed, but it's almost like what ends up happening is because we start talking about different things that come through, or if it's like on a shoulder pain, I can be like, how are you feeling around your finances right now? Or if a knee, if something comes in about your knee, I can be like, okay, maybe you're ungrounded, like are you losing your footing in the ground? It's like, what's up? So like it's very important that when people work with me, understand that I'm not really healing you. We're literally healing aspects of you that's caused pain on your physical body for you to come and be like, hey, what's up? Kind of like stop you in your tracks. So I feel like that's the importance too. And when he says he works on my bed, he's talking about I work with an amethyst bed. So what that means is he lays on an amethyst bed. So the amethyst bed has thousands chips of crystals in it. And what that does, allows the body almost to go into a rest state, almost like I can say like your nervous system calms down. When your nervous system calms down, it allows me as the facilitator of energy to open up the energy and really allow, some of my background started in Reiki, but it's more than Reiki. It's like very cosmic type energy that comes through, and I'm able to get messages, and like your body starts talking to me. We do a dance of energy, and like we talk through it. Sometimes people don't even talk, they just want to sleep and just receive, and that's just as equally important.
In every session you feel like $1 million when you're done.
Yeah. And it seems like interesting that like since we moved to the United States, like the positive, maybe maybe it's us being closer to that vortex that people talk about, but there's something about like he hears it now all the time. Like when clients leave, like there's nothing but good things to for them to say. And all, you know what it is? It's because for the last 10 years, I've literally like worked through all my stuff. So like I'm literally like the conduit where like 10 years ago I was doing this, but like on a total different scale. Like now I feel like people are coming in and they're literally like leaving their like they're closing up like their shit. They're closing up their traumas. They're closing up their blockages, and they're really ready to start something new. Like they're ready for new energy. They're ready for a new lifestyle. They're looking for new relationships. So a lot of people that are coming in are seeking something, right? So I'm just happy that I've become that conduit for them, and it makes me feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and that just kind of helps us here. Anything else, babe, before we kind of just shut this down? How about your bodybuilder friends? Totally get these. We gotta get your bodybuilder friends in here.
Yeah, but you did a lot of healing.
Yeah, I did.
Some people,
yeah,
too, even without coming here.
Yeah. So that's the other thing too. You don't have to live here in Florida anymore. Sorry, we don't live in Canada anymore, but we live in Florida. But you don't have to live in Florida to come, meet with one of us. So Frank does the personal training side of things. I do the emotional, spiritual kind of side of things. And what we've created together is this beautiful harmony where we created Spiritually Fit. And what Spiritually Fit is actually combining our two worlds together. He's excellent at the physical aspect of things. He's really, really tapped into people, what they need to do, how they need to do it, strength training, cardiovascular stuff. Like he has a really great knowledge base around that, and he really gets results for people. I come in and I do like the emotional side of things, the spiritual side of things, like clear blockages, because you have to understand, like if you're ready to step on stage and you have baggage of shit on your energetic system, that's going to interfere with you stepping on a stage. So like these are things that we've learned over time, that the importance, right? So I've worked on many of his bodybuilders where these big guys come in and all of a sudden they're leaving 10 pounds lighter because they've just lost a whole whack of like energetic shit that they didn't need around their aura anymore. So
a good 10 pounds.
A good 10. Yeah, 10. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, so I think it's important now to like really go back to our gym fans and see how we can help with those peeps too now. Right, babe?
Right.
All right. So if you want to get in contact with me or Frank, we will list everything here in our YouTube channel. You can find Frank and Annoyed. You can find me here or at Pixie Dust SRQ. Have a good one, everyone.